When you write dramatic music, you're not necessarily writing in your own language all the time, right? I mean, you're writing the music that's suggested by the text or the drama or the narrative. So this piece fascinated me. Well, I'm going to do a little show and tell here. I'm sorry. I have to indulge you for a second. The first thing as a composer that drew me to this piece was that Mr. Justice was also a composer, actually. He studied with Carl Ruggles back in the 50s. And he actually set some of the poems that I said, and we would exchange our own versions and write letters about them. But this poem actually has notes of music written into it. In the actual published version of the poem, you can see down at the bottom of the page here, a little 6-note fragment, the melody that I used in the piece is actually, it's a fragment of Mr. Justice's that he wrote himself when he was studying with Ruggles. So the first thing I saw was, oh, it's a poem that's actually got music in it. That's a red flag, right, you know? Yeah, but the other thing that's interesting is that there's two kinds of music in this piece. There's the music of this composer, Eugene Bester, that I get to sort of imitate and filter through my own personality. And then there's this sort of French impressionistic, Debussy, Ravel, Bonnard music. So to answer the question, I think it's, none of it sounds exactly like the music I would write for a concert piece, but it sounds like my imagining of that music filtered through my own musical language and personality. So when I hear it now, I recognize myself in it, but I know it's not mine. It's really dramatic music, and I hope it worked. I felt like it did tonight when I heard my wonderful performers play the piece.